What is up, guys? It is Assassin here, and I have a pretty good discussion going on. As you guys know, today Microsoft has announced that they're reversing their policies on used games and that the Xbox One would have to be online 24/7. It's a good idea that they did that. One, I was not against it, being a Xbox person. I actually think it was a good idea because it would add more security to trading games as well as say like your account gets hacked on the Xbox One. They have security measures in place for that. Now, I know that all those Sony fanboys have been crying, especially NGT Tactics, which if you are an NGT Tactics fan and if you follow him on Twitter, you can see that. I don't have any words for Sony. Truly, they are done. They are going to be screwed on the system as well as they were on the PlayStation 3. Now, of course, Sony fanboys are still going to buy the PS4. I'm not going to complain with that. But they're still going to get an Xbox One because all of the DLC for Call of Duty comes out for the Xbox One first because they have a good deal with that. I truly think it's going to be cheaper in the end to get an Xbox One. It's also going to be worth it. You're going to have good quality games coming out of it, unlike the Sony PS4. Now, from E3, I watched the entire Sony and the entire Microsoft conference. I truly think Microsoft had a better conference. Now, Sony, there's I truly don't have any good qualities from the PS4 from what I saw from my perspective. I it's just not good. Not good news for them. Truly, the Xbox One is superior to the games that come out. The exclusivity, like the exclusive games coming out on day one for both PS4 and Xbox One. The Xbox One has Rise, Project Spark, Battlefield 4, um, Dead Rising 3, Forza 5, that Just Dance 4, FIFA, Destiny, and a couple other games. Can't think of them off the top of my head. But truly, they are reigning superior over the exclusive games, over the quality of them, and all, plus the multiplayer. Now, I don't know if you guys saw, you guys probably did, but Titanfall for the Xbox One, that game looks awesome. It looks truly great. I really am pumped for just to play that game because that game will be the Call of Duty killer. Now, as you guys know, I do play Call of Duty a lot. I haven't been playing Xbox often, not as much as I normally did. I also haven't been producing videos as often because of excess. My computer crashed. I had to fix it. I also had other problems with it. Um, the software wasn't working correctly for a while. I just got that fixed. And I know you're probably looking at the background footage and you guys probably already saw this, but it's from my Need for Speed uh, guide that should be out. But as I was saying, you know, or not Need for Speed, but it's also another game that's going to be coming out, Need for Speed Rivals, which it didn't look as good as the previous ones. So you guys should truly check out. You can compare them for yourselves. Xbox One compared to PS4. The facts are there. Now we just need to wait until they are actually released. I do not know from my sources that what the ratio is between the pre-orders of the Xbox One and the pre-orders of the PS4. I know I did talk to somebody at GameStop. They said that now with this release, there probably are going to be more pre-orders for the Xbox One because of it kind of opens it up to more gamers, mostly because of the used games, because I know that was the big problem. And also, it's not coming, supposedly wasn't going to be having internet access in a couple countries. I know like Poland was one of them, which I don't know why they did that in the first place. But the only problem would be is that there will be a day one update that will pretty much cancel all these out. If you do not get the day one update, then all the measures will still be in place. Which, oh well, it happens. But I really want to congratulate Microsoft for having this. They pretty much had this wild card the entire time. They had this choice to do it. They just wanted to wait for the right moment to do it. Because truly, I believe that their pre-order sales are suffering from it, which could also cause other problems down the road. But, you know, it's left in their hands now. We just need to wait as gamers and as the gaming community just to wait for the final products to come out, and then they will truly show their strengths and weaknesses there. That's pretty much what's going on with the entire Xbox One versus PS4 debate. I'm obviously siding with the Xbox One because of I explained during this entire video my thoughts of them, but truly, these are also my friends' thoughts. As soon as we were all watching the press conference together on Xbox, we were in a party, we were chatting about it, and we saw definitely the strengths from the press from Microsoft. But I also watched this at my work, and it truly showed. Let alone that I can tell you, Call of Duty sales are going to be going down because of they Call of Duty just didn't show enough oomph to override like Battlefield 4 with the new destroyable environment that changes, or Titanfall with it's a brand new game that was hidden for a long time. That it's been in development for I want to say a couple of years now. That game just looks extraordinary good. It topped my top 10 list in a video game. Call of Duty truly they need to change their formula up a little bit, because the same formula over and over and over again, it kind of gets old and it gets stale. Like, I know we used to play a lot of World at War, and the reason why World at War stands out to me is because it's another World War II game. I understand that, but that was the first game that they had zombies that blew my mind. Like, I remember zombies used to be scary in that game because they just came out of nowhere. But as they got further and further down with like the storyline, and they put too much complexity in the maps. Like, I truly what I want in like a zombie map is what they had in Dries, not Die Rise, Dries. It's it was the perfect change that happened to zombies, but now they what they think is changing the industry, it's really kind of progressing them backwards. Compared to Battlefield 4, it blows it out of the water because of the new destructible environment. They completely mined the aspect of destroying your environment, and with that, the environment changes. They, as you saw in the, if you guys saw the multiplayer demo for it, that it's 64 by 64 people, which was never able to be achieved on a console, which is phenomenal. But they also changed, you have commander mode, and which it's not too complex, but it's still the enough oomph. It actually adds more like player interactive stuff because you could also interact it with smart glass. You could call like airstrikes out of the blue with like artillery to like take out tanks that's taking down the building. You can do you could pretty much drive vehicles in a multiplayer map that's it is big and the games do last a little bit long, but it's still a fun game to play. Like me and my friends have been playing Battlefield now for about a week, and I've played it before. I'm a 59 in that game. They're just starting out, so I'm teaching them the ropes, and they're enjoying it. They said this is, and I quote, by Brady and Nick, it's better than Call of Duty. The environment, because even if we're getting destroyed, I could still run around and shoot an RPG at people and still kind of get kills. You can destroy every part of the battlefield, even though some of the buildings seem copy and paste. But in the demo that I saw, the buildings don't see copy and paste as more. Like there's no like copy paste buildings. And by copy paste is example Desmond's Peak, the building around the second point of Rush, where about to jump off the cliff. That building there that can be destroyed, that's in Operation Firestorm as well, and a couple other places as well. That all that they did is copy and paste the building because that's what you do with destroyable environment. With Battlefield 4, it seems like they refined that idea and completely twisted it. You could take out at least a 70-story skyscraper with rockets at the support beams, like you would in real life. Like when you're demoing a skyscraper, you have to take out the support beams, and then the skyscraper will fall. Just like how you take out the highway as well. They showed that with a tank was driving over, and they were getting suppressed in the subway. So they C4'd the support beam, and the tank fell through the highway and was landing there. That I'm glad. I am at peace. Like I am so pumped for November because the Xbox One comes out and Battlefield 4 comes out. Dead Rising comes out. Rise comes out. Project Sparks comes out. I know midway through the summer, around July, World of Tanks comes out for the 360. It's a 360 exclusive that I've been waiting for Microsoft to do for at least 10 years. Or however long. I've been waiting for free to plays to come to Microsoft. And truly, I'm glad. Well, that's all the time that I got, guys. I hope you enjoyed my little rant there. Give me your ideas on how you feel about the Xbox or the PS4, which one's better, and give me some points. Alright, guys. See ya. Have fun.